Well, Joe, I'm so glad that you're here talking to me today about your participation in Austin Pictures, which is this big project that seems to have gotten bigger over the course of this last year as we've been conceptualizing it. But what are you going to be doing for us in this project? What's your role in this whole thing?
I will be writing the music for the piece called Austin Pictures for a 100-plus person guitar orchestra, the Moreau Quartet, and all under the baton of Maestro Peter Bay, involving a lot of people and making something special that really hasn't happened in this town. And I'll let you talk about it. But I know this, when you started describing it and started telling me about what could happen, what the possibility that was part of it, I absolutely wanted to be involved, and I threw myself.
I remember it well, yeah. I mean, I think the idea was how can we create something big that will roll in art and roll in music and roll in film and get a lot of people involved. And of course, we've got these big programs in our schools that are so wonderful and have an opportunity to roll in all those kids. And so I think the vision at the time was not actually maybe as broad as the vision that we have now. We knew that Jorge Caballero, who I just think is one of the greatest guitar players ever, was going to come here and play pictures at an exhibition, which is this great 10-movement work by Modest Mussorgsky that's all based on artworks. And so we knew that that was going to happen, and we knew that we wanted to commission 11 young visual artists to paint paintings based on those 10 themes, plus the famous Promenade from Mussorgsky's work. And so we knew all of that, and we knew, of course, we wanted to get all of the kids involved. But I don't think we had the Moreau Quartet yet involved there at the very beginning.
No, it was a large guitar orchestra because we're going to bring people from many places to play and start out the concert.
That's right. So we've got kids coming from your stomping grounds, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Kids are going to be coming from this great program at Albuquerque Academy. We've got folks coming up from the south, from Brownsville, Texas, to participate. We've got people coming down from Oklahoma City to participate as well. And they're all playing this piece. What's it called?
It's called Austin Pictures.
Appropriately so, since the event itself is called Austin Pictures. Fantastic.
Yeah. It's in 5 movements. The first movement is called Hill Country. The second movement is called Floating on Ladybird Lake. The third movement is called Dance of the Grackles. The fourth is Violet Crown with Cicadas. And the last movement, the final movement, the finale, is called Capital City Construction. So Quentin, my girlfriend, and I, we drove around, took a day driving to Lake Travis and Lake Austin and going all around the city.
Wow.
Trying to soak up all these things that we've been here for a while, but trying to look at it from that perspective of what would you want to take a picture of, what would you want to share. The first movement is called Hill Country, and what you hear in it is these arabesques, these large arpeggios that kind of go and literally create this vastness, which is the Hill Country, and this kind of open space, this beauty that we get to appreciate here. And tied up with that, for me, is one of the most striking things about our town, and I felt it the first time I was here, is this powerful optimism, this incredible potential.
Wow.
So that's the shape and the intent of the first piece.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we'll hear that first movement, and then it will move directly into Floating on Ladybird Lake. That's our second movement. What's going on there?
Well, on the day that Quentin and I took the drive, we sat at Abel's on the lake at Lake Austin, and we were having a beer, and it was fantastic, and just enjoying everything that this town is. And I remember looking up and seeing this scintillating, like vibrating light reflected on one of the pieces of glass that was there in the restaurant, and so it was the light shining off of the lake and then reflecting onto the man-made thing. Wow. And so you see there's this vibrating, that kind of shimmering sound is what I was trying to create in that movement.
You can't go anywhere in Austin without running into Grackles, for sure, and so you've decided to immortalize that experience for us in music. I think we can probably imagine what we're going to hear in the Dance of the Grackles. Is there anything that you'd like to prep us for?
The Grackles, for me, seem to be these prehistoric animals out of time. They're miniature versions of dinosaurs, and like you said, they're pervasive. You see them everywhere you go, and they're actually kind of picked on by other birds. They're kind of they have this interesting social structure within all the birds, and and I like to think that they have a vivid social life, and so this is their sort of personal celebration, their awkward dancing and
fantastic
for themselves.
And of course, we always hear the cicadas around this time of year. Actually,
Yeah.
we start to hear the cicadas. Violet crown. What's violet crown?
Violet crown is the sheet of lavender that occurs across the horizon when the sun is setting.
Fantastic.
For a very brief moment, you see this beautiful light, and the cicadas kind of balance that as this kind of moment in time.
Fantastic. And the piece ends with capital city construction. I think we're all excited about hearing what that's going to be like.
That movement is the most unwieldy, the most kind of excited and primal, to speak of the Grackles again. And it's part of our city in that we are growing at an incredible rate. There are people coming here all the time, and we have this this raw potential with every person who comes here, and hopefully all that raw potential just continues to add to our city and make it even greater than it is.